Okay, hi, it's Paul Banis with GreatDad.com, and I'm here doing a series called Life Inside, which is related, of course, to COVID-19 and the quarantine or self-imposed quarantines we're all experiencing across the nation. And today I've got a guest, Peter Lehman, who's living in Charleston, outside of Charleston, South Carolina. Welcome, Peter.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Good.
Just to tell the audience, I'm actually outside on the porch, not inside.
Well, good. It's good that you are actually getting some fresh air. So, first of all, how are things in and around Charleston? What is your experience there?
Well, we have beautiful weather, so therefore we can spend a lot of time outside. So we're not sequestered inside because of bad weather or cold weather. So our lifestyle is probably a little different than some other places that are experiencing the COVID-19 dilemma, as I call it.
Are the beaches still open there?
No, all beaches and public parks are closed. We fortunately have access to a private beach that we've gone to a couple times. We'll probably go to it next week, but that's unusual. All public parks, beaches are closed.
And has anybody that you know been affected by the virus?
Yes, there's a woman that I went to high school with. She was actually in my sister's class. She passed away from it about a week ago.
Oh wow, that's disturbing, because so far we or any of our family members do not know somebody who's actually officially gotten it or has been hospitalized or unfortunately passed away. That's sad news, but it is expanding. So switching on to maybe more, I don't know if it's happier things, but how is being all together? You've got quite a full house. What do you as a dad, how are you coping with having a full house of people?
I just looked over to my children. It's great. I love it. They're doing homework over here, art projects, working on their computer. Mom is in the kitchen with her dual screen working, and I am retired, so I'm on the front porch reading and doing crosswords and checking the market and planning trips and just loving life, raking leaves, all that kind of stuff.
That's good. I mean, I think a lot of people are experiencing it a little bit differently and going stir crazy. But the one thing that a lot of people have said, especially with older kids who come back from college or are stuck in the side, is it's a rare opportunity to have family life the way we used to have it.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's great. So but we're still doing the dishes.
In your prior, you retired what, just 9 months ago, a year ago now?
Over a year ago, yeah.
And
I retired.
Was in the Port of Charleston.
17 I retired. Worked as a consultant for a year and then interviewed for some jobs, but decided not to do either.
So, but your experience was in the Port of Charleston working. Was it 100% in the cruise industry?
No, I had a long and distinguished career in different aspects of the cruise and shipping business. No, I did a lot of stuff there, but it evolved over the course of my 20 years. So the last 8 years or so, I was cruise and then did real estate functions, overseeing licenses and leases and helping to sell properties and that kind of stuff. So the cruise was my main business segment that I managed.
So I guess what I'm really interested in, one of the things I'm interested in this series is people's predictions or expectations as we get the virus under control, which may be a year or two away, which means that the changes that we're undergoing now are really going to really solidify, I think, in the culture, whether it's changes the way we communicate, change the way we social distance, how we interact with the environment out of fear or maybe acceptance after this is over. So I wanted to see what your opinion was of the cruise industry and where you think it could go, how long it might take to revive, what your insights are as somebody who's intimately involved in the industry.
Well, the cruise industry is a pretty resilient industry, but it has been, I think, impacted in the most difficult way, much like the airline industry and perhaps hotel industries. People just shut down. So the cruise ships, unfortunately, because they're enclosed environment, something like the coronavirus can, fly through a cruise ship. So they have to be really, really careful in normal circumstances. And so what do I think will happen? Oh, I think they're going to redouble their efforts to do whatever they can to assuage the public that they're safe environments, that every precaution is taken, so that they can win back the millions of people. I think there were north of 32 million people predicted this year to be on the ships. So I think they have been building out fleets because their demand has been so through the roof. I think every shipyard in Europe was at maximum capacity building ships. They had 5, 6, 7 years of orders because they only had so much capacity and they were filling it. It was just ratcheting up. So every ship that they, brought into the fleets was going up. Well, the bottom fell out. So today I read that Carnival Cruise Line, which is the largest cruise line in the world, they have some 10 brands, probably some of which you've cruised on. Cunard, Carnival, Seabourn, and 7, 8 others. And then there's Royal Caribbean and Norwegian Cruise Lines. Those are the big 3 in this country, and they are conglomerates. They're not sailing. The ships are laid up. They'll be laid up through next month. But that hasn't stopped them from advertising. It hasn't stopped them from doing things that help perhaps society in a wider way. I know that Mickey Arison has offered several of his Carnival ships to be used as floating hospitals for, I'm not sure that was accepted, but those are nice gestures. Today I read that I think the Saudi investment fund just made an investment into Carnival. So all 3 of the cruise lines sort of react in sync, and they're all up today. They're up 10, 12, 15, 20% from a very, very low number, but that's still good news. So I think
you don't have an expectation that the cruise industry is going to die.
No way. No way. These people are so resilient. They're great marketers. And the most important reason, I think people who are avid cruisers love it. They get to go all over the world. It's a safe way to travel. The ships are the most beautiful sailing vessels. I mean, the ones that have come out, every ship has new things on it, new factors, comforts, food, alcohol, places that they go. You can literally go anywhere in the world on a cruise ship or a river cruise ship. It's a fantastic vacation. There's no way it's going to go away. I think it'll come back stronger than ever. I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think it'll come back stronger than ever. And they were setting records each and every year. So
Okay.
that's my prognosis. I think it's a very resilient business with really dedicated people, and I think it'll come back.
Okay, that's great. Okay, well, I really appreciate you taking some time to share with us life in Charleston, your views on the cruise industry. Peter, old friend, we'll talk to you soon, and for the rest of you, we'll see you very soon as well on GreatDad.com or on this YouTube channel. Bye.
Thank you, Paulie. Talk to you.